in fiscal year 24 on the migrant crisis that Kamala Harris was responsible for stopping, and by all accounts, she created by having an open door policy at our southern border,
but
is
Laura,
infuriating.
let me just stop you right there.
Of this country.
Let me just stop you right there, because I just want to not let this get out there. You are right that FEMA is giving $750, but that is a first step. It's for immediate needs. It's called the serious needs assistance.
Dana, and said that they are out of money in terms of their hurricane relief. We have another hurricane heading towards Florida right now.
What they have said is that there is money
right now. Why don't they have anything in order? Why is it that right now the citizens in Western North Carolina are screaming for help, and it's having to come from local citizens? People from my hometown of Wilmington are driving across the state 6 hours to go to the mountains and help people.
It is bad.
Where is our federal government? Why are they out of money?
It is bad there, but my question is about the misinformation, particularly the notion that they are moving money to migrants, undocumented migrants, which FEMA says flatly is not true. And if people are not getting correct information, then they can't go for assistance as they have been asked for. I just want to quickly play with Senator Tom Tillis.
Let me just say for 1 second.
Go ahead.
You have migrants being housed in luxury hotels in New York City. We have paid so much money from our tax dollars into the crisis that didn't need to happen. We could redirect money to help people immediately on the ground in North Carolina, or in Florida, where we're probably going to have a situation coming up in the next several days.
That's a separate tranche of money. That's a separate tranche of money. I want you to listen to.
I want you to. This migrant crisis hasn't been a disaster for every American. It is a big problem,
but that has nothing to do with the people in your home state right now. I want you to listen to what the Republican senator from North Carolina, Tom Tillis, said about the rescue and recovery efforts.
I've lived in North Carolina for almost 30 years. I've seen a lot of storms come through this state. I'm actually impressed with how much attention was paid to a region that wasn't likely to have experienced the impact that they did. The unique nature of just the sheer land mass, and then the unique terrain within Western North Carolina is very challenging. Are we going to score? You never score an ace on a disaster response, but the only thing more difficult than a hurricane response is what we've seen in the western part of the state. We have a certain muscle memory and experience with positioning assets out on the coast because you have time. Here, this was right out of, this is a new playbook for anybody who thinks that any level of government, anybody here could have been prepared precisely for what we're dealing with here, clearly are clueless. They're doing a great job. There can always work harder. There's always kinks in the slinky. We're working them out behind the scenes, but I think we're all here to send a message that we're working together, and I'm pretty proud of the effort that's been done now. Will I be silent in any areas where we can do better? No. But right now, I'm out here to say that we're doing a good job, and to those who may not be on the ground, who are making those assessments, ought to get on the ground.
So he and others are saying, please, to the former president and to others, stop spreading misinformation because it's hurting people in North Carolina.
I'm so glad to hear that he feels that way, but it's coming directly from people there. You can go online and you can look at videos of people recording themselves and posting online saying, we need help. No one has come here. We have nothing. And no one has even addressed the situation in my neighborhood or my area. So I'm glad to hear that he feels very good about that. And I hope that we hear more of that. I want them to recover there as soon as possible. And it's tragic, the loss of life that we've already seen. I think that number, sadly, is going to continue to go higher. And it's a tragedy all around.
And I really need to be able to blame Harris. So now we are saying they control the weather.